Hello readers, welcome to the first episode of Let's Read. I am Aditya and today we are going to read this Astrophysics for the People in Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. So in this book there is a lot of about astrophysics and how the universe formed, how it works. So today we are going to explore it. If we look at the content, here we have 12 chapters and today we are going to read on earth as in the heavens. The fact is that I have completed 2 pages of this chapter earlier, so this will help me to explain you it more easily. So here we have our chapter on the earth as in the heavens. Until Isaac Newton wrote down the universal law of gravitation, nobody had any reason to presume that the laws of physics at home were the same as everywhere else in the universe. Uh, Earth had earthly things going on, and the heavens had heavenly things going on. According to the Christian teachings of the day, God controlled the heavens, regarding them knowable to our feeble mortal's mind. When Newton branched this philosophical barrier by rendering all motion. So let me tell you quickly what is written in this paragraph. So Tyson is trying to say that until the Isaac Newton wrote down the universal law of gravitation, everyone used to believe that earth have earthly things going on and the heaven have heavenly things going on, which means that the laws of physics at earth are different than laws of physics at heaven. The churches used to teach people that heaven is controlled by God and there are different things going on. But when the Newton wrote the law of gravitation, these barrier broke down, and people enraged because this left God nothing to do. Newton had figured out that the force of gravity pulling a ripe apple from their orchards also guides tossed object along their curved trajectories and directs the moon in its orbit around Earth. Newton's law of gravity also guides planets, asteroids, and comets in their orbit around the Sun and keeps hundreds of billion stars in orbit within our Milky Way galaxy. In this paragraph, the Newton tells that what is gravity doing in our universe? It is controlling everything, like moon's orbit, sun's orbit, and the stars orbiting our Milky Way galaxy. Everything is dependent on the law of gravitation, and the billions of stars are orbiting our Milky Way galaxy in that same way. That is how moon is orbiting us. This universality of physical laws drives scientific theory like nothing else, and gravity was just beginning. Imagine the excitement among 19th century astronomers when laboratory prisms, which break light beams into spectrum of colors, were first turned to the sun. Spectra are not only beautiful but contains orders of information about the temperature, about the light emitting object, including its temperature, composition, chemical elements, reveal themselves by their unique patterns of light or dark band that cut across a spectrum. This is a very interesting paragraph. In this paragraph, he tries to explain that the excitement of the scientist when in laboratory they firstly figured out about the prism, like when the light coming, it's split it into 7 parts, and how by the 7 lights splitting they get to know about the sun's temperature, sun's composition, what is sun made up of. So let's stop this here and let's understand this topic deeply, because this is very important thing to know. So we are going to know that how scientists calculated the temperature of sun, the composition of the sun, what is it made up of. To do this, we need to focus on a line which breaks light beam into a spectrum of color which first turn to be sun. So I have figured out how this work. So let's know that how they have know about the sun's composition, its temperature, and everything. Here I have all the study that is required. Like this is not the full one, but a little that you give a surface knowledge of it. And so let's imagine this is our sun, and this is a prism from which a light is splitting into 7 colors. The light beam is coming to the prism and it's split it. But in a special type of prism, there will be some dark lights will appear, which tells about the sun temperature and the element. They will appear because some certain elements in the sun atmosphere absorb some colors. Like a light beam is coming from the sun, and a part of light is absorbed by the elements. Somehow, like there is a red color, and helium absorbs the red color. So when the light will come to the prism, the red color will not be there, and instead of it, there will be a dark line. So scientists will understand that red color is missing, so there is helium in the atmosphere. Missing gaps creates the missing color creates gaps in the rainbow. So here we have a easy example from which you can understand that how actually this works. So let an ABCDE line coming from the sun. This is a line I drew, but it is a light beam. Imagine that this is a single light of beam. AB is in different color, BC is in different color, and DE is in different color. So let a light AE beam coming from the sun's surface, and let CD a light color absorbed by hydrogen. This is not actually, but we are letting it. So when the AE comes from the surface and CD is absorbed by hydrogen, there will be a gap between the beam, like a blank gap, or you can say a dark line. Due to absorbed light, there will be a gap. When the light will come on the prism and hit it, it will get dispersed into multiple lights. But when the AE beam get converted, there will be a missing gap which is created by the hydrogen by absorbing it. So that's how it works. And I think that's it for today. We are going to continue other things tomorrow or maybe in the next episode. So thank you everyone.